Throughout many epic narratives in gaming, there have been a fine line between the polarities, happiness and sadness. Protagonists are often pitted against incredible odds and are destined to overcome and triumph. However, there are times where protagonists are not a hero, but rather a fold that seeks answers to the questions that loom their quests and even existences. As a tale old as time itself, these individuals are often used and abused, physically, mentally, and emotionally, that lead to a clash with the antagonists, not for the world, but for themselves and perhaps a few. These protagonists sometimes don't even get a happy ending, as their story may end with a lingering pain. Perhaps the most prime example of this is the tale of Sora's Nobody, the key of destiny, Roxas. This is the tragedy of Roxas. Roxas was born a nobody, a being with no heart that is created as an empty shell of a person with a strong will that becomes a heartless. Roxas came into being when Sora gave up his heart to restore Kyrie's. However, Roxas is different from most nobodies. Roxas carried no memories of his original self, which other nobodies use as a basis to mimic emotions. It is because Sora was soon restored after becoming a heartless, so the memories that would fill Roxas remained with Sora, leaving Roxas blank, confused, and alone. With nowhere to go, Roxas was approached by Xemnas, and was offered a new name and a place amongst the ranks of Organization 13. Wanting a purpose and promised answers, Roxas accepts his new name, his rank, and title as the Key of Destiny, Organization Member 13. After joining the organization, Roxas discovers he has the ability to brandish the Keyblade, an ability that the organization values and soon abuses. Roxas is sent on missions to collect hearts to complete Kingdom Hearts for the organization in a supposed hope to regain hearts for all nobodies. During this time, Roxas becomes best friends with Axel and Xion, a concept that takes him weeks to understand. Throughout the year Roxas spends with the organization, he goes through many hardships, dealing with emotions that he was thought could not manifest within a nobody, with many that lean on the negative side of the spectrum, including moments of sadness brought on by Sora's memories, worry, doubt, anger, and disdain. The catalyst for all of this pain is stemmed from Xion, who really isn't a nobody, but a puppet that the organization created in an attempt to have a completed Sora in their use as a failsafe for their plans. With Xion around, Sora could not wake up from a sleep inflicted due to being incomplete, and Roxas would have his powers and life constantly drained. Roxas is then forced to defeat her, but not before deserting the organization, frustrated with their agenda and lack of promised answers from them, including the reluctance of his supposed best friend Axel in revealing the truth. As Xion dies in his arms, the tragedy begins to become apparent, as all who knew her start to forget her. Roxas spills tears as part of him mourns her death, while another part does not know how to cope with death. Roxas' anger and conviction finally reaching its true breaking point, as he prepares to challenge Xemnas, a man he trusted, obeyed, and sought for answers and free Kingdom Hearts. However, Roxas is intercepted by Riku, who needs him as the final component to wake Sora. Roxas, fed up with the connection with Sora, lashes out at Riku and defeats him, but in the end, Roxas is captured and sent to a digital Twilight Town in preparations for his reunification with Sora. When looking at Roxas, one will know right away that his character is a tragic one. Roxas's own conception is that of a cruel one. a being destined to forever live in the shadow of their true self. Only a portion of a person that is complete, supposedly lacking the emotions and hearts that many nobodies believe have held them back in the past. However, in an unfortunate turn of events, Roxas is afflicted with emotions that he doesn't understand, and at times cannot cope with. This comes from the fact that Ventus's heart resided within Sora at the time of his conception and during his lifetime, which attributes to his appearance and allows him to wield the Keyblade, as only beings with hearts can wield the weapon. Being a Keyblade wielder, he is under constant attack of the Heartless when not under the watch and protection of the organization, which adds to the tragedy. After being trapped in a digital Twilight Town, Roxas's blissfully ignorant world comes crashing down when Axel appears to remind him of who he is. Fed up with the lies he had been told his entire existence, Roxas seeks out Sora, not before stating his hatred against Diz and his bitterness against Sora. It was Roxas's belief that he was his own person. After constantly being told otherwise, the validity of Roxas's psyche comes into question. Roxas did not ask for any of this, but how unfortunate the world truly is. After finally looking upon Sora, Roxas sorrowfully understands that he must return to where he came from, and that he and Sora are one and the same. Although, perhaps, Roxas may have another summer vacation at one point. After reuniting with Sora, Roxas has not hesitated to make his presence known and heard. Roxas's own painful experiences have hardened him more so than Sora, and made him the more calculating and aggressive of the two. Compared to Roxas, Sora has been through a lot less and has a future in contrast to his counterpart. Roxas may have been the key of destiny, but that destiny has been a sad and dark one. A destiny, like many others, have been tied to the light of all hearts, Kingdom Hearts. Tragedies may feel temporary, but memories keep it eternal. The next story will be told.
Revenge!